So we certainly had an interesting day at AnimeNYC, and today I wanted to share with you guys the Batman DC Collectibles DC Prime Batman. This thing has 18 pieces and 20 some points of articulation and looks amazing. The reason why I got that is because the Samurai Batman movie, the mask or the cowl, it seems very reminiscent of that. And on top of it, it looks like a very realistic kind of armor that Batman could potentially wear. So underneath, it looks like there's almost like a honeycomb hexagonal armor that can absorb a lot of the hits. And then you have that kind of kinetic feedback that was featured in Arkham, as well as some great details. So let's start off with the box. Coming up to the front, we see the product picture, which looks fantastic. It says 18 different pieces with the DC logo and the Batman 80 years kind of seal there, and transitioning over to the gas mask head. Looks fantastic there as well. And as we look to the back, I'm just going to summarize what it says in the back, that this figure is supposed to be the premium line, that there are some concept designers and figure designers that have been brought in to accentuate this as the premium line, that it's a massive 9-inch figure, has 23 different points of articulation, and it's really the pinnacle of the DC Collectibles. And as we transition over to the final wall of the box, you see the figure stand that's included as well, that can allow you to have even better poses with him flying in or gliding in to take down the enemy. So that's what it looks like, and what I'm going to do is take it up to the top. There's a quick Batman symbol, and really the bottom doesn't have that much on it. So let's check out the sculpt and the articulation now. You can see the head is done very nicely, that the cowl is not just one piece, and the same goes with the suit, the armor plates, that they separate, that they allow certain articulation and movement of the chest underneath. And the belt has great detail, and you can see that kind of honeycombed kinetic absorption armor, and then kind of the hard plates on top. My figure's right lower leg is a little bit loose, but looking at the cape, you can see that memory cloth and that satin lining back. Gauntlets look fantastic. Look at the back, that looks great, completely protected. Got some batarangs that are just ready to be thrown in the back there. The buttocks are pretty well protected, again with that honeycomb kinetic absorption underlayer. And you can see the armor plating, and you can see even on the bottom the boots are pretty well defined there. So basically, looking at the articulation, not much, can't look up too far, but certainly the up, down, left, right movements are there. It is on a ball hinge joint. It's not a double ball hinge, however. There's some wrist articulation, bicep swivel, and there's a torso bend there too. That looks good. There's no significant gap there. Separate groin piece, so that's fantastic there. There's a good amount of articulation there. The hips, they don't go all the way out. Now let's go back to the arm. The elbows bend just about that far. Not too much else. And that's as high as the leg goes. The knees don't bend all the way. It's not a double joint. The toes do articulate, and the ankle articulates a little bit, and there's a little bit of a roll there. The same thing applies on the other side, and unfortunately, again, the right lower leg for my figure was not well attached. Now I have to caution you when changing the head, because I had an unfortunate event. So let's at least take a look at what it comes with. And there's the grapple gun. It comes in 3 different pieces when you first get it. You have to assemble the wire into the gun and then the hook onto the wire. And unfortunately, the grip hands are not easily opened, so I don't want to risk another break. So I didn't do anything but take a look at the batarangs and the multiple faces. This is beautifully crafted, the gas mask option, and then you have the kind of yelling slash giving effort kind of look there. It does come with 2 open hands, so for knife hand strikes or palm strikes, you can certainly show that. And of course you have the open kind of stop or slap or whatever it is kind of hands that come along with it. So overall, what do I think? I think it's beautifully detailed, but since I didn't apply much force in trying to change the heads and I had that unfortunate break, I'm actually very afraid of changing out even those option parts. And so all those accessories scare me a lot, especially since that grapple doesn't fit into the hand. That being said, if you just want a display piece, this is fantastic. You can see that before the head broke off, I was able to switch it to that yelling face. So can I recommend it? Not really, because I'm very afraid to change out the parts, and for a premium piece that's $99 to $130 on the market, I don't think so.